Good evening, everyone. Today is December 3rd, 2019. The time is 6:30. We'd like to begin our city council meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. If you'd please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd ask the city clerk to do roll call, please.
Harrington.
Here.
McKinney.
Here.
O'Doherty.
Here.
Pierce.
Here.
Schuster.
Here.
Stalder.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
Gabriel.
Here.
Shumway.
Here.
That's 9 present and 0 absent, Your Honor.
Thank you. Happy holidays to everyone. We'd like to begin this city council meeting now with public comment. If there's anyone that would like to make any comment on non-agenda items, since we don't have any agenda items, we invite you to come forward. You have 3 minutes to address the council on any topic. Okay, seeing no one coming forward, we'll close this public comment period. Now I'd like to have the Vice Mayor, Gabriel, take us through the considerations of changes in the agenda.
Thank you, Mayor. I would move that the following changes to the agenda be approved. To add to the consent agenda 9.0, amendment number 1, to the joint agreement between the Board of Commissioners of the County of Albany, Wyoming, Albany County School District Number 1, Albany County Hospital District, doing business as Ivinson Memorial Hospital, the City of Laramie, Wyoming, and the Town of Rock River, Wyoming, creating the Albany County Community Juvenile Services Board.
Second.
Okay, that motion has been made and seconded by Councilor Schuster. All in favor of those changes to the agenda indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. We don't have any proclamations tonight and no public hearings, so do we have any announcements?
Mayor, if we could just have a motion to set the agenda as changed.
Okay, so that we're ready for that. Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. I would move that the agenda be set as changed.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that the agenda be set. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so now we're back to where we have no announcements. No announcements.
Honorable Mayor, City Council, no announcements tonight.
Okay, and we have no public hearings and we have no proclamations. So is there anyone on the council that has any conflicts on any of the items that we have on the consent agenda tonight? Seeing none, go back to the Vice Mayor for approval of the consent agenda.
Let me get that here. Hold on
It's just as we regularly do it.
Yep. I would move that the consent agenda be approved as submitted,
Has changed.
as changed. The consent agenda be approved as changed.
Go ahead, City Clerk.
If we could just have it that the consent agenda be approved and that each specific action on the consent agenda be approved as indicated.
We'll do this again.
I would move that the consent agenda be approved and that each specific action on the consent agenda be approved as indicated.
Second.
That's okay. It's been moved and seconded, so now we are voting. The city clerk will read, we're voting on the consent agenda as it's been changed.
Harrington.
Yes.
McKinney.
Yes.
O'Doherty.
Yes.
Pierce.
Yes.
Schuster.
Yes.
Stalder.
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes.
Gabriel.
Yes.
Shumway.
Yes,
That's 9 yeses and 0 nos, Your Honor.
okay, thank you. So everything on the consent agenda then has been approved. We move to our regular agenda, which there are no items on the regular agenda, so we're back to public comments. Is there anyone that would now like to make public comments on any item? You have 3 minutes. Seeing none, let's ask the council if you have any items for us to consider for future council work sessions, topics.
Now,
Councilor Schuster.
when we come back with the report for the concept of the stoplight at 22nd and Reynolds, I've been receiving a huge amount of comments from the public. So I want to make sure that this is very well advertised, because there seems to be quite a few, and you said you'd been getting some too, so I want to make sure that we advertise that quite well so that the public knows it's coming, and here's your chance to chime in on that. So just really want to see a good notification when we're going to bring that back to council.
Okay, thank you.
Great idea.
I mean, anything else anyone has for future council work sessions? Vice Mayor Gabriel.
I was approached by several people asking about the work session next week on plastic bags.
Okay.
And I really don't know how to address their concerns, but they were just wondering the details of the work session, what is going to be covered, the topics, how is it going to be kind of generic, how specific, that type of thing.
I don't know all the details. I know we have had an intern that's been working on this. They'll be bringing some information to us on what the possibilities are. There's one, as far as I know, there's been one community, Jackson, that has introduced a plastic bag policy, and we're going to be looking at various options. It's you know, we'll have that. And I know we've been working with the Laramie Youth Council. They've been doing some work on this also. There's not going to be a presentation from the Laramie Youth Council, is there?
Mayor, my understanding is that the intern for the city will be doing the presentation and that we should expect not much more than a statement of support from the youth council. We will see them, they'll be here to let us know their opinions and express their support, but we won't receive a presentation from them.
Okay. Now, again, this is a work session, so this won't be back and forth. This will be a presentation, you know, for us to gather information. Should this in the future go on to our regular agenda, then we'll have a chance then to go into more depth and look at our options and see what we can or will not do. Any other input on that?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, Councilor Weaver.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. For the Vice Mayor, I would probably just pass on to those people that have inquired with you that the best thing to do would be to attend the work session and then get the largest and fullest range of information about what's being looked at and considered, because it will be the same experience for us as it will be for them.
Yeah, this is not a new topic. We have had questionnaires regarding this. It's been a topic that's come up in our ward meetings, and there is quite a bit of interest in this. So this is one where we're going to have to do a lot of our homework before we ever get ready to introduce whatever comes forward. Councilor Pierce.
I would just like to add, along with Councilor Weaver, that the work sessions are intended to be educational. So for us, for the, residents of Laramie, for whomever's interested, and would echo his idea of having folks attend the work sessions.
Right.
I mean, I have always felt that they are always a primer to our decision-making process, because that's when we learn, no matter the issue, that's when we learn many, many things. So I think, I've always felt it was important to have city members of our community attend those as well. So that would be great if we could.
And they are also welcome to make public comment at the beginning and
Absolutely.
end of the meeting. So come with their thoughts, with their ideas. This is one where I'm sure we're going to be getting a lot of input just because of the interest that's already been shown. Anything else on that? Any other thoughts for any items for our future work sessions? Councilor Weaver.
I think you might have had Councilor Pierce, Mr. Mayor, but can I ask a question about an upcoming work session?
Go ahead.
All right, and I'm going to do that because I see that we have Mr. Webb here from City Operations. And I see we have a work session on recycling tentatively scheduled for later on in January. Looks like we're talking about 14th. And I don't know if we can do this, but I know that our partner for that is in Colorado. Is that correct? And I don't know if either somebody from, a representative from our partner in Colorado might be able to be available for questions that might come up regarding aspects of their operation, or if you've got most of that down, that you'd probably be able to answer our questions. Because we're kind of talking about, current, and I know we're going to get a good enough update from you guys about how things are going here and what we're looking at, challenges we're facing, or, the success that we're having. I don't know that topics that might come up about long-range stuff are something that you're going to feel comfortable answering. Maybe you are, but they're going to deal more with their end of it. But that's something to think about. And as I saw it upcoming here in a few weeks, I just thought I'd bring that up, because there may be some aspects of that discussion that are going to be beyond, how's our operation going, and might deal more with what are they looking at, what are their concerns and things that they're anticipating. So that's just something to have on the radar.
Yeah, Honorable Mayor, Councilor Weaver, they are scheduled to be here
Okay.
that night. Presentation we're looking at, we'll do exactly what you said, a part about, what we're doing here. And then they'll be here kind of for the second part of the presentation to go through the state of things in the future.
All right, I appreciate that, and I just thought we should talk about that, because the scope of that discussion may go out towards some areas that they're probably going to be better able to answer. Not that I don't think you guys know what's going on, but some of that discussion isn't going to be about our day-to-day.
No, I think you're absolutely right. And we actually just wrapped up an RFQ. The contract for our recycling vendor is expiring at the end of the year. Because the work session came up, we've got a 3-month extension for them. So the work session's good timing. We'll go through that, and then shortly after that work session, we'll be coming back to you with a new contract for the recycle.
It's a good time.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Anything else? Councilor Pierce.
Yeah, 4 of us were at the NLC conference, and I was on the phone last week. Didn't know how much we talked about it, but I'm wondering, and I'm just going to throw it out there for a potential discussion, if we could, maybe each of us who were there potentially, share some of the stuff that we learned, or maybe each of us give a 2-3 minute something.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, I mean, we've not ever done that before, but it might be a good time to just share with the community as well as other council members. I mean, we don't have to do it.
Well, I
I'm
think it's
volunteering
important.
myself, I'm not
Yeah.
volunteering others, but I just thought it might
Let's
be
do that.
worthwhile.
In our last work session, it came up, and there was some discussion, but not the 2 to 3 minute report, which is, I think, important. So that's a good suggestion. Let's have the 4 of us do that. So come prepared at our next work session to give a report on the topics that, and the value to the community of the different things that we were able to learn and to gather on best practices and on the things that would make a difference for our community. Good suggestion. Is that what you're looking for, Councilor Pierce?
Yeah, I mean, I
Let's
think
do
that
that
would
in
be,
the next work session.
I mean, it could be a
Is that
total of.
December, January 14th?
It looks
Next work
like,
session? Wow.
let's see, it looks like that's will be the next work session.
Our next work session is next week on the 10th.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, good, let's do it then.
Okay.
While it's still fresh.
That's right. Today is not.
So you're
So
going to add
we
a
have a
third
chance.
item then, Mr. Mayor,
Yeah,
to
we
that
have a
work session?
chance then where we do council reports, and we'll report on that. Okay, kind of an executive summary verbally, okay.
It'd be like 15 minutes. I don't think it would be
Oh,
like
it'll be
throw
fine.
into hours and hours.
No, we'll do that.
Okay.
All right, anything else from anyone on? future work sessions? Anything on the agenda you have any questions about, or in future meetings? Counselor Doherty?
Question, work sessions aren't taped, are they?
Yes, they are.
They are taped, okay, so the public that was asking,
Not videoed,
Yeah.
Just audio.
yeah, they're just streaming.
There's just audio.
so they could see the slides too by going to our website if
They would
there's
have to
any
go to the
slide.
agenda. Yeah.
City Clerk?
Mr. Mayor, and council, we audio record all of our work sessions, and then the presentations that are made to council are also made available through the Agenda Center for the public. So if they were to go to the website later that evening, they can find the presentation that you've seen.
Thank you.
All right. Any other items? Counselor Pierce?
Whoa, we're there already? I move that we adjourn.
Is there a
Second.
Okay, we have a second from the Vice Mayor. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.